What's good? Back with another Fair Shake review. And this time we're going to be talking about Kyle with I'll See You When I'm Famous. So Kyle is an artist that I kind of really started checking out a couple years ago with, I think it was called Lights. Um, that album that he put out, and I was like, you know what, this guy is kind of cool. He's got a cool kind of fun style to him, and like I've always heard like a little bit about him and how he had like kind of a goofy yet witty lyrical kind of style, and I was like, you know what, when that album came out, I was like, let me go check it out, and I was like, yo, he's actually kind of good, and I even got to see him in concert because he was one of the openers for a Logic tour, and I was like, yo, he's got a really great vibe on stage, and he got the crowd moving, and he got to play one of my favorite songs off the project because Games. He like even the way he introed it, he was like, yeah. So anybody here who's actually checked out my album, like a lot of people up here know like the famous one I did with Yachty, but everyone really knows that this track is the one. And then he started playing Games, and I was like, yes, he knows it. He knows this is the best joint on there. But yeah, so like that sold me on who he is, because he's like, he really knows his stuff. So it's just like, all right, I like this guy Kyle. When he finally, put out that he was finally going to release another project, because he's just kind of been like doing like little singles here and there ever since back then, that album, like that Julie song, and that he, his second collaboration with Lil Yachty, and like a couple of other tracks. I was like, you know what, I'm happy he's finally coming to drop some more music, and in here he's got another mixed bag for a project, but there's still some really good tracks in here. So there's actually like a few that have been on my playlist at work. So like Bouncin', when that came on, I was like, this sounds like Kyle. And then to find out it's the opening track of his new album, I was like, oh dang, it just hopped on the playlist like real quick, because this one, as far as I know, was not even a single. Because some of the singles he ended up putting out, I was like, oh, let me check out the music video and everything. But I do not remember Bouncing being one of them, but they threw it on a playlist real quick, and I was like, yeah, I kind of like this. And then it has like the beat switch up with Hit Boy on the production, so it's just like, all right, it's kind of cool. The only thing, like now the check is the only thing that isn't bouncing. This is like, all right, I see you, bro. But yeah, really fun, laid back kind of style, and then he even gets in his melodic bag quite a bit on here as well. But Money Now was a pretty good track. Like I wasn't even annoyed by Tyga on that song. Then we got Girls, a very quirky song with Rico Nasty on there, and I was like, you know what? Like if I'm in the mood to get real goofy, I'd probably play this track. Yes was pretty good, and I'm not even big on Rich the Kid and K Camp, but I was like, yo, I can't front. This is actually kind of cool. The first one that made me just go, no, I'm not coming back to this one, is Forget. Then Over It was like, it kind of dealing with the girls there. Then What It Is kind of gets in his feels, but that one, if I remember correctly, is a single. When I checked that out, I was like, oh, he's in this bag right now for this song. It's not really hitting for me. The Sun was alright with Bryson Tiller and Raphael Sadiq. And Bye was also kind of like in the feels a bit. I was like, you know what? He's really getting in his emotions right now. Light of Mine is the name of the old project. Oh my gosh, it just came to my head. But anyway, then you get a little interlude with Message from Mr. Man, and then you get Mr. Man and KID. And I was like, Not necessarily into this, but I know it kind of has a good meaning to it, especially having like the feature on there, and but yeah, it was kind of. I know it was something that's kind of cool for the fans. So, like I said, kind of a mixed bag. Like some of the lovey songs and emotional songs, just like I may come back to it when I'm in that mood, but it's not really it. And but the closing track, the bonus track, "See You When I'm Famous" with Too Short on it, I was like, oh snap. He got freaking Too Short on the track, and I was like, all right. And then I don't know who Ash GK is, but dog, like West Coast vibes all day. I was like, oh my gosh, this is straight West Coast. So I was like, all right, I can kind of vibe with this. Um, Definitely on that Bay, Oakland, whole California vibe throughout that whole thing. So California was definitely representing there, especially with Kyle too. I was like, oh snap! All right, I like you get to even see that bit that side of California through Kyle. Like most of the time, you just kind of get like the free wheeling, free spirited kind of feel from Kyle, but you even got a little bit of little bit of that swag out of Kyle on that one. I was like, all right, okay, I see you, bro. But yeah, real mixed bag. Like about half of it, I was like, yeah, I'd return to it. It's still just like, but the thing is, with Kyle, I just feel even if I don't like the song, he still comes off likable, and that's something that I admire about him. Is like, even though I don't like this song, I don't really hate the guy. Like, it doesn't make me be like, ugh, why is he trying to do stuff like this? This just doesn't feel genuine, and he's just trying to pull at my heartstrings or something. Everything comes off authentic, and I think that's why I can still respect him despite only liking about half of the album. But yeah, if you dig some witty lyrics, and then also a little bit of a decent singing, a little pop crooning, think like a la Drake when he's not being a douchebag, then I would check it out. You know, kind of even like on the same tip as like futuristic. Like I feel he's kind of like in that realm of hip hop. Like I'd even say like XV. This even though he doesn't really do singy songs, he doesn't sing. XV doesn't, but like I feel like he's in that kind of realm of rappers where a lot of people would call them backpack back in the day, where it's just like they're not trying to front like they're gangsters or anything like that. They're just people who like to create witty music, and sometimes slightly introspective, and just knows how to try and make music for a good time and also to think about at times. So yeah, so that's my thoughts on Kyle's new project. Tell me what you guys think down below. That'd be really cool. Have a little discussion. But until next time, much love, peace.